taken out, and that obviously, and then Misfortune target over towards Genja.
Yeah, early Misfortune ban coming out. Interesting one there. Obviously, you don't want Genja to have that in his comfort zone. There is the Kha'Zix ban, but from Gambit's side.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see a Zed and maybe Renekton actually for the last 2 bans for Wolves to really take Varian out of his comfort zone. But then again, you leave Shen open, and we know he can play Shen just as well on top of that.
Yeah, and obviously with Gambit having that first pick, they'll certainly go in for something like that, I think, if it's left open. So what are Wolves going to ban out next? Kassadin there against Alex. I think it's a fair one. We saw him play well in that 2v1 lane earlier on in the day against SK Gaming. Had a big impact on that match. But we know that Bjergsen can also play Kassadin.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is that most of the champions that Alex and Bjergsen play now, they play both. Like they both can play that champion.
Yeah.
Except I think Bjergsen has AP nearly. I don't think I've seen Alex play her ever. And then also Syndra on top of that. So maybe he might sit back on one of those champions. You also have Lux available, which we haven't seen in quite a while. But Gambit actually taking Singed away. So we talked about Godbro in the pre-match saying he doesn't really seem comfortable. He's been playing really well in Singed, but if you take him out of that comfort zone, what's going to happen to that top lane?
Yeah, that's I think where we've really seen Godbro in his element, playing that Singe. So definitely a good ban from Gambit's side. What are Wolves going to go with here for the third ban? To be honest, at this stage,
it has to be Zed.
Yeah, I mean, there's Zed in there. You've got Nasus, you've got Volibear. It's going to be a Thresh ban.
We forgot about that as well.
Against Edward. So Gambit, really, they've got so many choices here, but that Shen, I think, could be the hot contested pick.
And if they do pick Shen, does that mean the Wolves are going to pick up Zed? It seems like both teams are potentially baiting that pick in, and they maybe want to deal with it with maybe like a John or something like that to really knock him away right when he gets in on top of you. But we'll see how it does develop here. And Gambit doesn't typically sit on the first pick this long. They usually like lock in Renekton right away or lock in Nasus or Volibear, and yet they're still taking some time to think about it, and that shows. They're taking the Wolves not lightly. They're really putting some effort into this.
Yeah, and they, Wolves have gone from being that 0-9 team that, they were decent, they were playing good games then, but just not managing to pick up the wins. They've gone from that to actually a really scary team that's had a lot of time to practice now with this lineup of 5. Onto the picks, at least we have Elise picked first. Elise picked first. Let's start again. For Gambit, looks like Zed could be a choice for Copenhagen Wolves. You can see a lot of discussion there.
Yeah, we have seen Darien play Elise quite a bit, or not quite a bit, at least a couple times in the top lane. I'm not sure Diamond plays her at all in the jungle. I mean, it's not one of the champions we've seen him do, but she is one of those champions that you can really use around in different lanes. But that said, it has to get locked in. I mean, Bjergsen just did so well with him. He kept split pushing. Whenever you do that, you have to send someone to duel him. But when you do that at that point in the game, Zed will win that any day of the week. So you can have to send 2 people. And then they have Godbro on potentially Shen here, which they do in fact lock in. So you have that very tanky person. Not sure if that will be in the jungle just yet. I'm assuming it would be definitely on Godbro, since Svenskeren will most likely pick up Xin as his jungler here.
Yeah, and the thing is, we've seen Shen from Godbro against SK. We saw it from him against EG in week 6. So Godbro can play that Shen, definitely. So what are we going to see then next from Diamond and Alex? Currently sat with Hecarim and Ashe. Now, one thing that I've noticed is that Diamond really likes to play animals/creatures in the jungle. It's a strange trend, but it's actually true. Like, he brought the dragon out first of all in Shyvana, then the bear in Volibear, the dog in Nasus. So it's maybe about time.
Even Rengar.
Hengar the horse. Rengar. Hecarim the horse. So we could see Udi if he plays as well. And he's like 3 animals in one, 4 animals in one almost. So why not Elise? But it's going to be Hecarim.
And Hecarim's also like, isn't he a centaur? So that's kind of like an animal creature.
Horse, come on.
He's a horse. Well, he is pretty amazing. So we do have that locked in. We saw him play that early on. Did really well. He got a couple of dragon steals. I believe it was 2. And then we see Lulu picked up for most likely Edward in the end. And he's done a great job on Lulu, I have to say. That's where he got most of his kills from.
Secured.
Yeah, kills secured. And that's where Genja, being the support, kind of came out of nowhere. We do have Zyra and Varus locked in, so it looks like that will be that AD carry support combo. Has a really good synergy with it. If you locked it out with the Grasping Roots, followed up with the Varus Slow, not to mention the ulti out of him, followed up with the Zyra ultimate, you can lock them down for a really long time. And if you land that in a team fight, it really opens up your Zed to just run around and get as much damage as possible.
Right now, they're hovering over Shaco here, which... No, it's Edward, so whatever he does until he locks in is probably a massive lie to troll the entire internet. That's what he does.
I've talked to him before. He's actually said AP Shaco in the mid lane is ridiculous. I mean, probably not going to be it, but
with Yi,
it's pretty good. We've seen Alex play Yi. He's actually got a couple of pentakills on you. I don't remember, was it IPL 5? Yeah, IPL 5. He got a couple of pentakills with him.
Yeah, but they've gone for a bit more standard these days. The Twisted Fate going to be locked in. And we are also going to be seeing the Cogmore coming out of Genja.
And more importantly, holy crap, he's not running Ghost. He has Flash.
Yet.
That's true. That is so true. But we'll see if he takes Flash this time. As the Wolves with their last pick, it will most likely be the jungler. And Xin is still available. That's what Sven kind of really likes playing as his go-to champion right after that. But then again, it's really up to him. You know, Xin would give him a nice amount of dispersion, which is kind of the counter to having a Zyra Varus. So in the end, it wouldn't work out too well. But if you time it perfectly, it could work out. It could really keep the horse away from the test.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to need to do, because Diamond's going to be right up there in the face the entire time. Let's see if it is going to be that's in the, I guess the form is going to probably dictate that that's in will be locked in here for Svenskeren. He's been rotating between that and Jarvan pretty much the entire time. Xin Zhao will be locked in.
And it kind of says to me that Gambit knows he was going to go for that as his backup champion. Over the last 5 games, he's played Xin and Jarvan only, like you just said.
Yeah.
And they must have some kind of counter to that. But you know, we will find out here. Looking at the teams, we have Alex on Twisted Fate. I'm still one of those people that is not a huge fan of that, because it can either go extremely well or extremely bad. But it does fit into like a split push kind of style, especially if you have Darren build a little bit tanky on Elise. You have that ability to do that, and then, you know, teleport right back in. And over on the Wolves side, they have a very bursty team with this lineup. You know, Zed can get in there. He can destroy Twisted Fate in a one-on-one battle. And you have Genja as well in the backline, still keeping that flash, by the way, and that exhaust, which is actually a perfect pickup for him. He needs that exhaust to use right on Zed when he comes into the backline. So Bjergsen's gonna have to tiptoe around that a little bit. But we'll see how well the horse does and see if he can trample the Wolves.
Gambit versus Copenhagen Wolves. Gambit on the blue side here. Talk us through level 1, Jason.
Well, looking over at the teams, we do have that potential gold card into Cocoon for Gambit if they want to go for that. But over on Copenhagen Wolves, they have a really tanky lineup, and they have a lot of damage behind that, not to mention the grasping roots. So if anyone's going to be the one to invade, it would be the Wolves. And I think they probably do have a decent read on Gambit in terms of their level 1 action. We do actually see the lane switch happening for Copenhagen Wolves. I think they're preemptively trying to expect it to happen, and then, you know, kind of counter that, but it's not going to be the case.
Well, let's see how this one all works out then here. A very pensive start from both teams. Darian with the spider has been spotted there in the top side of the river. Twisted Fate is there as well with Alex Idge. But yeah, I don't think they've spotted him just yet. He saw that ward go down on the ramp, so they know that there's vision there for the Copenhagen Wolves. I don't think they saw that one on the corner. They've not seen that one there coming down on the bottom of the blue ramp of the Wolves. And they don't know that Gambit have got that ward in on the tri-bush. So overall, quite a bit of vision down, but not a lot of it seen by the enemy team.
Yeah, that's a lot of money invested, or a lot of wards invested by Copenhagen Wolves just to protect their own jungle here. It's really interesting. It shows they're kind of maybe scared of Gambit and what kind of level 1 action they can really do. But not to mention, it really protects the lanes a little bit more as the game finally just start to happen, because Diamond procs on that Hecarim is just so fast. If he comes in for a gank, you're not really gonna have too much time to react to it.
Let's have a look at the starting positions here. The Tess and Deficio going to be taking that bit of an XP boost at the start here by taking away the big golems. There is some help for Diamond, who's starting off with his blue buff first of all here. Svenskeren going to be doing his red first with the help of his AD carry support.
And what we just saw happen for the Wolves, we had Bjergsen and we had Gabro both taking away the Wolf Camp, so they each get a little bit of experience. We had the Tess and Deficio taking away the double golems, like you're saying, and then we had Svenskeren start at the Wraith. So it gives their entire team a nice little bit of a start, so they can get that early level 2 and potentially go for an early kill, and we'll see if they can actually pull that off.
So we have a 1v2 in both the bottom and top lane here. Who's going to have the better time in this one between the Elise and the Shen? Well,
Shen will have more sustain in the lane, but it won't be as easy for him to escape a gank. However, he does have a ward down, obviously, in the river. But over towards the top side, Elise and he has the ability to farm from range, also has the ability to repel. So if the gank does come in, he can stall a little bit, let the tower keep attacking the Wolves, and maybe pick up a kill. And Darren, he's a pretty decent Elise player on top of that.
Yeah, I think pretty decent, a bit of an understatement as well from this one. Svenskeren actually coming down towards this bottom lane right now, just going to be waiting off towards the side. Edward there just getting out off tower range before he took that hit. And that's something that might signal the push out there from Xin if a tower hit comes on to especially Edwards. Actually, the taunt is going to land here. They're going to put the ignite down on towards Cogmore, but the creeps are blocking Svenskeren here. He finally dashes out as they go towards Edward and then back away as they see the horse coming down from that blue buff ramp area. And they're going to have to back away. Nothing to be taken from that, but they know that Hecarim's in their jungle now.
Yeah, and Genja had to flash away right there because the Glitter Lance missed onto Svenskeren. So, we actually might walk into it, get a face check here.
Yeah, Diamond going to walk straight in towards Svenskeren. Who's going to have the better of this one, though? Diamond going to be knocked in the air, and I think both of them not really wanting to fight too hard in that one and lose out the double buffs.
But in the meantime, we do have Wolves being very aggressive on this top lane. They got the turret down about half health at this point. The bottom lane for the Wolves, relatively healthy. Actually, it looks like it's almost full health at this point because Svenskeren's been camping that lane. So they want to go for a very early turret and then switch the lanes around. And that's actually a really good play on their part because it really stops the aggression that Gambit likes to put out.
Oh, and here we see Bjergsen actually on the middle lane going aggressive on towards Alex. In the end, not quite getting the damage that he wants, but they're going to move in towards Edward, who dodges the taunt nicely. He should be in range here of that turret. He actually flashed down. There's the exhaust put onto Svenskeren. He will flash away as well as they turn their attention around. Here comes Diamond from the side. Godbro could be in a lot of trouble from this one. He's got no flash available. He gets knocked back by Diamond. But can they finish off? The Ignite was down, but it won't be enough to pick up a kill.
But still, what will happen right here, they're going to push this lane up right now. If Godbro does stay, he will most likely be the first blood for the team. And they have that 3-man push, so they might go for this tower very early. It's at full health, so I don't think they can get it on this wave, but they still will push it in and deny a lot of experience over to Godbro.
Yeah, and they need to be real carefully because Diamond, you know, he's fast, that's for sure. Godbro will use that Shadow Dash just to get out of range of him and backed away. That's going to be a lot of damage onto the turret, if not maybe the first turret of the game going down from this one. The Wolves are still pressuring on the top side, though. They've actually done more damage to the turret if you compare the two.
Yeah, they've had Darren push to his tower every second of this game so far. Hector's been towards the bottom side of the jungle, so he's always been interacting with that bottom lane, as well as Svenskeren, who's been camping that lane pretty much strictly himself. And the real story so far is that Alex has a nice lead over Bjergsen, which you kind of expect at this point, but he also has bears, so if Bjergsen ever tries to go in for that kill, it might actually backfire on him very badly.
Yeah, maybe interesting to see how that one all develops here as that game goes along. Alex is not quite up to level 6 yet, but we can expect Destiny being brought into play as soon as he does get that first level on the ultimate. Early CS in this one, at least as you predicted, doing a much better job in terms of the farm there. 24 to the 14 of Shen. Middle lane pretty much bang on even. Between the AD carries though, look at that. The Tess has got a substantial lead here over Genja.
And that's strictly due to the pressure that Svenskeren's been giving that lane, that attention. He's been in there, he ganked right away. It forced a flash out of him, it forced an exhaust, and it really just kept him away from the farm. So far it's working out really well for the Wolves, but it all depends on if they get this turret down relatively early, as we do have the AD support back for the Wolves, and then kind of switch it up and allow Shen to finally pick up some farm, because he's hurting right now. He really is.
We'll see how that one all comes forward in the game. As we see there again, Bjergsen going in his level 6 as a barrier was used there by Alex. It's pretty much mitigating a lot of that damage. I mean, look at him. He's below half HP. Didn't really have anything to answer with during that fight.
But we do have the Pony and the Spider coming down from the top in here, and there's nowhere to spot them. Actually, no, I believe there was a where to spot them. Sorry about that. I got a little overzealous. And we just have a little bit of countering happening from Diamond.
Yep, they're going to be looking to take away those wraiths. Always good to do, not only to boost yourself, but deny that enemy jungler. Edward and Genja are going to be putting pressure down once again in this bottom lane. Svenskeren is there to cover things, but Godbro not super healthy. We'll see if they're about to turn this one around and go in there for the kill, but the tower at this stage is certainly the biggest focus from Gambit on that bottom side. On the top side, Deficio and the Tess are coming in for another attack on towards that turret. There's the volatile Spiderling coming out, and the turret is going to go down. First one of the game going to Copenhagen Wolves.
And we have Svenskeren still in this bottom lane. He's really trying to defend it, trying to keep this turret available, because once the AD carry support gets down there, they'll be able to push the lane back and stop Gambit from getting the turret on top of that, as they are finally backing out right now. We do have the blue buff being given over to Alex Ich. However, Bjergsen, he almost has the ultimate back up again. It's about 40 seconds left, and if he goes in on Alex again, one more time, then he should be able to kill him.
Yeah, and you can bet your bottom dollar that Bjergsen is not scared of diving in under turrets. You've seen it many a time before from him. The CS in that middle lane, Alex is actually coping with that pressure really nicely. He managed to soak it all up ahead in the CS by about 10. Got that Seeker's Arm Guard in there now, compared to the Vamp Scepter early on of Zed, who as you rightly mentioned, he has that elixir if he decides to go in there to help him tank up that extra damage.
He's got 10 seconds left on his ultimate, and he actually does go in for a little bit of damage here just to harass him down. Will he go for the kill?
Well, a little bit of damage is going to turn into a lot. There's a flash away by Alex. Bjergsen, the attack animation was a half swing there, and that was so close. That last one would have killed him.
Yeah, it really would have. I'm not sure if that was a little bit of a mistake, but he did have flash available. He would have gotten first blood, but we did have Diamond just in the wings ready to come in if he needed to. So in the end, he escapes with his life. See Darren Gantona under that turret, not taking too much damage. And the thing is, Diamond's been holding the top lane. He's now held mid lane. He is level 6 at this point, and that's where his ganks become extremely deadly. And expect that horse to make some attention over towards his bottom lane, since the test is ahead of Genja at this point. He's actually not going to be spotted by a ward when he comes down here.
No, there is none down there at this point. Actually, there was a ping from Copenhagen Wolves, so I'm not sure if they saw it off that last wave of creeps or what, where they predicted that one, but a prediction nonetheless, and one that could be important. This is big though. Alexic actually coming down onto the bottom side. Destiny is available, but he just backs away. He doesn't want to play today.
He doesn't want to play. This isn't this card game, but they're being really passive here, and we're talking about that in the pre-match, that if Twisted Fate gets in there, you have to play really passive. If you overextend and kind of forget about him, then he'll take advantage of that in every situation possible. However, you do have Godbro, so he has the ability to get in there and kind of defend that. But then again, he'll leave his turret wide open, and Darren will be able to get a lot of free farm, which currently right now he's sitting at 48 CS to the 29 of Godbro.
Oh, there's a taunt landing in. Actually, Darren maybe in a little bit of trouble. Svenskeren comes in. There is the repel. Is he going to come down on top of Godbro? No, he drops straight in the middle of them. Has to use flash to try and get away. That's a very clutch cocoon. But is it going to be enough to actually get in there? Svenskeren does have flash. Flashes in there for the kill, and that will be the first blood going down to Copenhagen Wolves. Almost 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, we're almost in NA status right now with how long it takes for the first blood to actually happen. But in the end, still great play by them. The turret is down. They're going to push up a little bit further. We do have Diamond sitting down towards the bottom side of the jungle here. And they might be able to pull off a nice gank. He was spotted in that tri-bush, so he won't be able to sneak in through that way. But he's trying to come in through the lane.
It was moving in there, but there's wards down inside of that bottom brush. So even if he does manage to squeak through there, once they've pushed this wave out, then they will be spotted and shouldn't be able to be doing too much to trouble the Copenhagen Wolves. As Genja there just managing to dodge just about, but those plants, you know, they do hurt. You can't underestimate them.
Yeah, they really do, especially the slow from them that just keep you locked in forever. We do have that level 6 still. Actually, we do have Shed ulting into the mid lane. Bjergsen goes in on Alexic.
Yeah, gonna go down there. Comes the horse around the side. Alex, can he survive this one? No, he can't. It's Godbro that picks up the kill. He's tanking the turret though, and Diamond is not finished with him just yet. Svenskeren coming in from that backside. Will they keep the pressure on and go for Diamond? Bjergsen's gonna go in there. He's taken a lot of damage. Couldn't quite finish off the kill, but got away with his life. Just about.
In the end, a 1-for-1. That was a great ultimate by God right there, but they just stayed a little bit too much. Diamond able to pick up a kill on top of that, but we do have Svenskeren actually going for Edward right here. And Edward does have flash available.
I just don't know why he's there. That's more to the point from that one. He's going to be able to slow Svenskeren down, but will he be able to get away from the knockup? No, he won't. But has Svenskeren got the damage? He's going to keep going with this one. In the end, decides not to push it after all that.
And that gives Copenhagen Wolves the knowledge that they can be aggressive here and really keep Genja out of farm zone, which they currently are doing with those plants. Darren pushing down that top turret very quickly at this point. And the gold lead, only 100, actually no, not even 100 difference. It's bang on even right now at 30 minutes, or sorry, wow, 30 minutes, 11 minutes and 30 seconds is what I was going to say.
Well, if it was still even at 30 minutes, we're definitely going to have a brilliant game on our hands, as we are seeing the first dragon being attempted by Copenhagen Wolves here. We've got 3 men there. There's no vision, if my eyes aren't failing me, of that happening from Gambit's side. They can't see that that's going down, so this dragon will be picked up by the Wolves, and that good old level gold lead is now slightly off at 100 lead still for Gambit in this one, as we did see Darren push that top lane out. The CS is actually getting a little bit out of hand up there. Yeah,
it really is, and the thing is, they're trying to let him split push that top lane by himself, but he can't handle Darren anymore. He's the one that can just sit in his face and really get him low, forcing it back away, and then be the one that's aggressive, the one that's actually split pushing for his team, which that's kind of Darren's style. He likes to really be aggressive. But God, bro, you're completely right. If he can't get a little bit of farm, if his team can't help him out, he's going to fall that much further behind, and they really need him. They need that ultimate. They need him to be really tanky to allow Bjergsen and allow the test to just get in there and do as much damage as possible as we get these major team fights happening.
So blue buff is up for Gambit. That's going to be gifted over towards Alex. No real surprises there. Actually, Elise did just go back in terms of items. Got a giant spell in there with a ruby crystal. Got the Sorcerer's Shoes in there as well, so nicely tanky, and also going to be putting out that nice damage as well that we come to expect from the Elise. On the other side, Sheen for Alex on top of that Seeker's Arm Guard from earlier on. Brutalizer and the Cutlass here already finished for Bjergsen.
Looks like we're gonna have two Blade of the Rune Kings coming out eventually here, and Bjergsen doesn't have the damage just yet to burst Alex down, especially when you have Darien sitting around in that middle lane trying to go for that push here, since they already have that top outer turret down. The bottom one is already very low at this point, and Gambit could push that down as the Wolves are gonna have to give that one up. But we do have Diamond, who's sneaking around behind. Looks like he will go for the blue buff here and try to take it away, which isn't really huge. I mean, no one on the Wolves really needs it at this point.
Oh, actually, Darien may get a little caught out here, but he's going to repel himself. Comes right back down in the middle. He's giving enough time for Alex Each to come in, but honestly, doesn't really have the damage here to save him. That's going to be another kill coming out for Godbro. He's now 2-1-1. We talked about the difference in farm there. Let's have a look at the overall gold here between those two. 3,400 to 3,800. So while he's been behind in the farm, those kills allowing him to be ahead in gold.
Yeah, he's really been around the map, really pretty much having an extraordinary Shen game at this point, even though he was behind in bot lane, then went up to top lane, was forced out of lane. On top of that, the ultimates he's using, the roaming he's been doing has been spot on, has really been catching Gambit off guard.
Yeah, still no real clear lead in gold in this game, though. We are still pretty much bang on even from this one. There's a turret taken down, which is going to help things out from Gambit's side of things in gold, but Wolves still ahead there in the kills. If you look down the extra items added in between the two AD carries, both of them got that BF sword, both got the Boots of Speed plus a Doran's Blade, the difference being a Vamp Scepter for Kog'Maw and that Cutlass to go towards the Blade of the Rune King for the tests. As Alex again, he's going to get jumped on here in the middle. Svenskeren this time is going to be involved. Bjergsen just blows him up, and honestly, Alex just can't stand and fight. He's getting a little bit out of hand there in that middle lane.
Yeah, he went for an early Seeker's Arm Guard because he wanted to be able to tank up Bjergsen, but he's been able to get enough farm, get enough assist to really get the damage he needs to burst him down, especially when you have Zin's out coming in to help you on top of that, and Godbro ulting in, just get the assist right there, get a little bit of extra gold.
Why not? All adds up in the end, and he's been in the right place at the right time to be getting those assists and saving his teammates, as well as Wolves now going to look to put a bit of pressure down maybe on this bottom turret. We see the Warmogs being finished by Shen, and that's what you get if you get in there for them assists. That extra little bit of a bonus turns into items for you all of a sudden.
And Alex, I don't think he's ultied once this game. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've seen him use it just yet. He hasn't been able to interact in any of the lanes since they got that early turret on the top lane, and then bot lane's been kind of pushed up to their own turret this entire time. And I'm assuming since he's not doing that, he will try to make use out of it with split pushing quite a bit as the game does go on. And he should be able to get farmed up enough that he could handle Bjergsen a little bit better, at least do enough damage to him to force him away. But as Bjergsen keeps getting farmed, keeps getting more assists, and keeps getting items, he's just becoming that much more of a threat, especially to Genja.
Yeah, and if you look down the jungle items there, Locket, the Iron Solari with the Spirit Stone, Ninja Tabby, Ruby Crystal for Hecarim. Over on the other side with Bjergsen, who's 1-0-2 at this point. Giant Belt, Kindle Gem, Badger's Razor, plus the Null Magic Mantle coming in as well. There's blue buff given over to Bjergsen as well, which is going to help out with that energy regen. Plus, his cooldown as well. I mean, if he's not already causing problems, then he's going to keep going with that now.
With the way, since he keeps getting the blue buff, every time he uses that ultimate and he kills the opposing player, by the time they get back, he has it up almost again. So it's just pretty much a kill after kill after kill, and you see that with Gambit reacting to it by having Alex go up towards his top lane, but he really can't go against Godbro either, so he's just kind of screwed at this point. I mean, he can't really get into a lane to get some nice farm. He's probably get killed here by Godbro.
Yeah, and look at that. When a Shen can kill you like that or damage you like that, you know things aren't going so well for you. As we are going to see Darien here getting caught out by Svenskeren and Officio there. Oh, the Stranglethorns there. Here comes the knock-in. Bjergsen going to join the party and secures that kill right in front of Svenskeren's nose. And that will be 5-1 in kills. And I tell you what, this could be a turn up for the Bucks here. This could be, a valuable win for Copenhagen Wolves. Their march from the bottom of the table, they're kind of skyrocketing in terms of position, and a win here would only really cement their position as, definitely one top team to beat for everyone else.
Yeah, they really are outclassing right now in terms of kills, but you still have to look at the gold in the end. They're still down actually at this point. They're one turret down. But it's because of that Twisted Fate and the passive of him, not to mention the lead that they have in the jungle and in the top lane. Actually, they're winning in every lane at this point. Yeah.
Just around that one.
No, I mean, it's surprising because they have 5 kills. Well, Copenhagen Wolves have 5 kills, and you would think they would fall behind CS, but no, they've been keeping up and actually surpassing them.
Yeah, very interesting stuff here, which You know, if you fall in behind in kills, we've said it before, kills, they certainly help you win games, there's no doubt about that one, but it's not the be-all and end-all at the end of it.
Yeah, it really comes down to who can group up well together, who can really take these dragons, because we did have the Wolves take the first one, but now Gambit is actually set up to do one for themselves. We do have Gabro pushing the top lane, and the rest of the Wolves are actually in position to go for an invade here. They might try to contest it.
Yeah, they are certainly moving their way, and Svenskeren going to get hit there by the Cocoon. Shen going to come down as well. There's a repel from Elise trying to get to the back to safety, but to be honest, they're doing really well here. The Copenhagen Wolves, Alexic taking a lot of damage. Wild Growth goes down. The Horse will join in the party as well as Darian is going to land the Cocoon there on towards Svenskeren. They turn that then into a kill. The Test going very low as well. He's finished off by Diamond, and from what looked like a good fight here for the Wolves, they're having to flash away from things. And correct me if I'm wrong there, Jason, but Bjergsen wasn't really in that fight at all. He was just coming down.
Yeah, what he did was he actually pushed Genja right out of the fight. He went straight for him, used his ulti on him, tried to kill him instantly. And, you know, since he does have the infinities, as you see, Godbro actually should be going down here. Does get a nice taunt off.
Yeah, and the grasping roots as well landing. And here comes Bjergsen from the side there. Will Darian be able to get away from this one? Maybe with the help of the horses. We see Destiny going to be popped there by Twist of Fate. He won't be joining in, but they've dropped Bjergsen. And that brings us back to 5-4 in the kills. And that's how quickly things can change. And
just as you're talking about kills not being the end all, you see right there, Gambit coming back, picking up the dragon, picking up 3 kills. And I really have to say that that fight kind of was lost to Bjergsen just chasing Genja away. I mean, yeah, it was a good idea to keep that Infinity's Edge out of the fight, but when you have 2 of the 5 kills of your team and the other 3 are on your tank champions, you have to be there to do the damage.
And Genja's just stolen away that blue buff as well. You see, the amount of wards that were put down in the run-up to that fight there, actually quite severe from Copenhagen Wolves. Just dumping them all in there to try and get as much sight as they could around by those bushes. But if we look at the gold and how that's changed just from that one encounter there, 28.8 to 25.5, Gambit showing, as we said, that kills aren't really everything. The individual gold has swung back over to a considerable lead. I mean, look at Diamond compared to Svenskeren at this point, 6.4 to 4.8 thousand gold. After 20 minutes, that's a big number.
He's also 3-0 on top of that, so he's going to be very tanky very quickly, and every member of Gambit actually has a gold lead over the other team for the Wolves, and that's not a good sign. I mean, you're committing a lot of time to get these kills, but if you're not keeping up the farm, if you're not getting turrets off of that, you know, like off of an opportunity of getting 1 kill, then you're not really going to be able to pretty much take that lead in gold, or at least take an excessive lead to snowball it.
Yeah, and this from Wolves is very much Wolves 09 Wolves.
Yeah, it's
they played
of
very well in terms of killing and managing those team. Well, I was talking about team fights after that last one, maybe not quite as much. But you know, that's how they were in the opening of the season, where they looked really, really good in terms of what they could do as a team. But they've not been able to do much off the off the back of it. I mean, they've got 1 turret down in this game. They were 5-1 up in kills, but farm-wise, starting to fall a little bit behind. Those kills now are completely equalizing as well.
I think it might be due to the style of Gambit, you know, because they've only played it once so far, like we talked about before. But you have Fnatic who likes a split push, who just, you know, ignores objectives basically. And then you have Gambit who wants to fight over objectives. They want to go or, you know, rush down your blue, rush down your red, and try to fight as much as possible. And I don't know if the Wolves are necessarily ready for that or if they prepared for it, because their team fight right there, as you're saying, just did not look spot on.
No, it looked anything but spot on, to be honest. And now Gambit looking for another tower. That middle outer one would be the final one that's up and available as the ultimate comes out of the test. But who are they going to go for here? They decide on Genji, who's right at the front here. Grasping Roots, Wild Growth come down. There's a Strangle Thorns as well. Bjergsen going to pick up Genji, but Darian, he's gone straight into that one with the repel. Picks himself up a kill onto Svenskeren, but Bjergsen is still there at the front. There's a brilliant taunt from Godbro as the horse comes charging in from that backside. Godbro is actually going to have to get himself away there, but they've turned it around nicely. But the problem is that Diamond's still full health here, coming in to clean up. That will actually end in a 3-for-3.
Yeah, that was a great turnaround by Gambit right there. It was a little bit of an iffy engage out of the Wolves. They weren't able to burst down the targets they needed to right away. They got Genja out of the fight, but Genja and Darren, but it wasn't clean enough, you know? Like, took too much damage, and all Diamond had to do was just come in from the backside. He pretty much destroyed the test since he had no way to escape him. And then now Gambit, I mean, they're aggressive, or they're being the aggressor. Diamond, he's 145 CS. He's leaps and bounds beyond Svenskeren. He's actually ahead in CS over Darren in the top lane, and he's 5-0-1 at this point. He has 8,200 gold total, 3,000 spend right now, and we saw him, was it an MLG versus Curse on his volley bear when he got rolling? He just could not be stopped.
as you do with Volibear.
Yeah, well,
Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder. I did.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a bit of a stallion right now, is Diamond. 5-0-1.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
I don't know if many people would get that joke.
He's going to be going pretty hard into the middle of the team fight. We've seen it there with the Randuin's Owen picked up for him as well in that last one. He had 3,100 gold to go back and spend there, so that just shows you what a few kills can do, and doing a great job of cleaning up after that last fight. If you look at the gold difference now, it's 5,000. That's very quickly escalated. Yep,
and we go back to that saying of if you give Gambit a finger, they'll take your whole arm, and they're doing it right here. They're only up about 100 gold a lot of the times, but when they start winning these team fights, they keep winning the team fights. They keep them happening as much as possible. And then you have Diamond, who is itemized perfectly for this team. He goes in there, the random zone, pops it down, and gets an all AD team, and it just shuts them down. They can't escape him. He can't be killed pretty much, and allows his team to sit there and attack him. You'll see right here out of Bjergsen's ultimate, it just does nothing to him.
Well, I wouldn't call it nothing at this point. Half of his health gone down there. Well, that's while Diamond's actually running away from Bjergsen there as well. Didn't even return any damage back from him. Did use the Locket there, and Solara did use the Randuins as well as Genja. Sniffing in from the backside, may look to get in onto Bjergsen, but honestly, Bjergsen might be able to turn that one around. There's a slow coming in from the side, flash used by Bjergsen, and he's going to just stash himself away to safety. In the meantime, Dragon is coming up very shortly. We do have action going on in other places of the map right now, as we have 4 members of the Wolves going into Gambit. Darien getting caught again. Yeah, and he's actually repelled into the back of the team there to try and escape around the other side, which, in theory, a great move. In practice, is going to cost him his life. In the team fights later on, when all 5 members are there, that would be a great play on his part, but you can't keep getting caught like that. You're getting the Wolves the kills they need to get back in the game. I mean, he's 2-5 at this point, and even though he keeps getting caught, it doesn't matter when you have Diamond so fed. They keep winning the fights anyways as it happens. But 15 seconds on Dragon. Are the Wolves going to back up, heal, and try to contest this? Because they should have the timer on it. We do have Twist Fate ulting in the top lane, though. Yeah, he's going straight in on towards Zed here. Stun card goes down, uses his Zhonya's, and, well, that actually turned out to really hurt him in the end. Alex is like, I am going to get in there, and I'm going to kill that Zed. And Godbro's like, sup? Yeah. He's like, sup? What's up? How you doing? That was pretty funny, but yeah, it was a great turnaround there. Countering, and that's what we were saying earlier about Shen being the one to counter Alex H. You let Bjergsen take Ignite and not take Teleport to follow him, and you have Shen be the one to do that. Luckily, there was obviously no tower there, no lane pushed up, so he was able to freely go wherever he wanted. And with Dragon up right now with 1 member down of Gambit and no ultimate up on Alex, he can't get into that Dragon to go for the fight if they want to commit to it. Oh, Diamond trying to steal away that blue buff here. There's no ward to spot the Tess and Officio coming around. They say hello, but how much damage can they really do? They get the slowdown onto him, but you can't slow a horse that much. And Diamond just charges away from things. There was Godbro again. We talked about his comfort zones, and he had a great cinch in that last match. Coming into this one, having that Shen, and to be honest, Jason, up until now, his ultimates have been on point. It's been pretty sensational. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm actually clapping. That was pretty good. He's played a lot but better. And then now the sensational. Very good job, Joe. You were spot on with your puns. Way better than anything Freak has done this week. But we do have Gambit going over for Dragon at this point. Shots fired again from Jason here. Copenhagen Wolves coming in to stop this Dragon being done. They're going to go in with a Virus ultimate. Right into the middle goes Svenskeren. Actually not really knocking many people up there whatsoever. Darien was repelled up in the air. They're going in. Diamond down to half HP, but he's a tanky one at this point. That's a lot burned onto him. As Zed going to get shut down here. That will leave us at 1 kill for 1. We've got Svenskeren still going in on towards Genja. Grasping Roots going to lock him up. Deficio will pick up the kill in the end, but look at Diamond, he's not done just yet. He charges back in. Darien's still there as well. Turns around, pops Godbro. Svenskeren needs to escape this one. He's going to get hexed up. Tries to get away from the backside. There's a repel coming down from Darien. Has he got the damage here to get in and finish off this one? Svenskeren turns around to him. Diamond coming in the backside, and they all live. Gambit picking up 4 kills for 2. And that was with Wolves pretty much catching Alex and blowing up instantly, and yet they still lost that fight overall. Great team play out of Gambit to just always separate, always try to get the damage in as possible. Bjergsen, unfortunately, got picked off by Genja when he's trying to run away, but that's just Gambit right there. That's just how they team fight, and that's why I was saying it doesn't seem like the Wolves are used to their style, because that's all Gambit wants to do, and they will win every time you put up a fight like that, especially when they have a 5,000 gold lead. Yeah, and if you look down the items now, there's double Blade of the Ruined Kings coming out. We've got the Black Cleaver finish for Zed. Bloodthirster added into the Blade with Varus on the other side. GA, Infinity Edge, Vamp Scepter coming out for Kog'Maw. That seems a little unnecessary. Why?
At this point.
He doesn't want to die.
Yeah, but he has a little ulti to keep him alive. Oh, Alex getting caught here.
Yeah, getting caught. Actually will just about use that. Zonya's in there for a split second until he gets blown up by Bjergsen, who is going to get some help here from the test, but honestly, can't really do much damage to Diamond.
Yeah, not until he gets a Last Whisper or a little bit of more attack speed to really do anything against him. Blade of Rune King's going to help out quite a bit, but he's definitely going to need that Last Whisper to eat through that, especially when you have a Zonya's on Twisted Fate and a Sunfire Cape on Darien.
So, we have the Dragon up and available. Gambit going to be starting that one off. Not sure what Wolves going to be able to do about this one. Position revealed there by Kog'Maw. Zephycio comes in. Shen ulti actually will come down. Actually, Varus missed his ultimate in the middle of that one as well. There go the Stranglethorns on towards Darien. He's going to get blown up, but Diamond comes flying over the wall onto Svenska, and Kog'Maw had the wild growth on him as well. He's still got that Guardian Angel, don't forget, but it is Copenhagen Wolves going to be focusing in onto him. Actually, the Grasping Roots held the horse back as well in that fight. And
Here comes
Gambit
Alex.
aren't really done from this one. Alex is trying to get himself into range, but not sure he's going to get there in time to use the Destiny.
Yeah, he had ulti up. I thought Gambit actually wanted to go for engage as they're chasing them down. A great disengage by the Wolves to realize, hey, you know, he's going to be back up in a second. We don't want to commit to this fight. We might lose even more members than we should. Sven Skaren did a great job of pushing Genja out of the fight the entire time, but he did get picked off. But still, it did allow Wolves to pick up 2 kills. And I believe Gambit did pick up that drag on top of that. So Gambit, in the end, coming out ahead.
Yeah, and still behind in kills, so if that's anything for Copenhagen Wolves at this point. I mean, 3-1 in turrets they're behind. Gold is still 5,000 the difference. The horse has still not died. He's got 10,400 gold, the most in the game right now, with 185 CS, which is not really too far away from that of the AD carries at this point. So doing a fantastic job this time around, Diamond, and just showing that it's almost pointless to ban out against him in the jungle because he just picked something else.
Yeah, that's completely true. And the thing is, he's just sitting in the fights. He's just like, hey, just attack me. He's sitting in the middle of the fight trying to push people out, and yet no one can do enough damage to him just yet to really take him out. We do have Bjergsen picking up his Black Cleaver finally, so that's going to help out quite a bit. But in the end, I don't think it's going to be enough, especially when you reduce the attack speed with that Randuin's Omen.
Now Bjergsen going to push out this bottom lane, see if he can get that turret for him. Gambit actually clearing out the wards, I say clearing out the wall, checking if there are any wards there. There weren't any down from Copenhagen Wolves on the Baron itself, as Genja going to try and get down to bottom. Bjergsen not able to pick up the turret. Darien going to save that.
It looks like he's trying to revert back to what he did at LCS Lille, is that he's trying to split push a little bit more. He's staying down in that bottom lane. He's actually committing there. He might try to go for Darien here in a second as he's pushed up. He does have a Warmog, does have a Sunfire Cape, and I'm not sure if Bjergsen can really just kill him here or burst him down.
Oh, well, he's going to go for it anyway. He feels like he's got the chance to do it. Here comes Twisted Fate, and Bjergsen actually going to just flash himself. Actually, didn't use the flash yet. He's going to use that here surely in a second. If Darien can get in there, there is the flash coming down. He expected the cocoon. Bjergsen walked away.
But still, in the end, a great job by him because he did commit Alex Itch's ultimate down to that bottom lane, so it's going to stop him from being able to split push a little bit more. But as we say that, Wolves are out of position. They get a little bit of damage onto that turret. And we do have that Lich Bane on Alex, so he's gonna hurt these turrets. Godbro still pushing the top lane, sitting at 4, 3, and 8. He's finally tanking. I mean, he has a Sunfire Cape and that Warmog, but we'll see if it's enough in the end. I mean, the taunts have been really spot on in the team fights. If you can keep landing those, Wolves might be able to come out ahead.
Godbro pushing this one out nicely, but he needs to be careful that he doesn't get caught here. As we see Alex Itch speeding up from the home there with the home guard boots up. And there we go. Godbro going to get knocked against the wall, stunned up by Twisted Fate. Genja coming in from the side as well. How is Godbro going to get away from this one? The answer is he's not going to.
Well, in the meantime, these Wolves were able to pick up a turret in that middle lane, so they made something out of nothing right there. Trying to close that gap lead, or that gold gap lead a little bit, but they're still down about 6,000 at this point. You do have... And see, there's a problem, and Joe, we talked about this before, is that look on the Wolf side, look where the kills are. You have 7 on Bjergsen, and you have 4 on Godbro. And we always talk about, you know, if you have all the kills on one person, it can really hurt your team. It could really help if they can stay alive and get the kills, but if you're the one that gets all the kills and you die right off the bat, which we've seen Bjergsen be pushed out right away, it can be very bad. And Darien is just going to get 1v1'd here by Bjergsen.
Yeah, actually just going to go in from the backside of him there. There's a killing spree for Bjergsen. Actually, Gambit came away from the Baron. Want to be risking having that taken away from them. Also, the fact that it wouldn't then be on Darien in the end, which wouldn't be obviously the end of the world, but better to have that later on when you've got all 5 men alive. So, Jason, take us a little bit through the items. We've had a few pickups since we last went through.
Yep, well, like the Warmogs was completed on Elise about 30 minutes in, so about 2 minutes ago. Makes him really tanky. Has the hunting guys as well, and the sword boots on top of that home guard. So he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage, and he's actually be very tanky as well. He keeps getting caught, but in the end, it's going to work out for him. We do have Bjergsen actually going for Alex here in the bottom lane. He doesn't have ultimate up just yet.
Nope, but he's got Shen to come and join him, but here comes Diamond from the side. Are they going to go for Bjergsen? There's Randuin's Omen going to be popped, but can they get in there and get the finisher? Alexic is actually dangerously low from this one. Puts his stun guard onto Godbro as well, who may just fall from this. He's going in towards Alex, and poor old Godbro came down to help Bjergsen. Bjergsen walks away and leaves him to die. That's a crepo move if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, a really scumbag move. And the Wolves weren't able to make any play off of that in the end either. They sent Gambit sent 4 members down to deal with that split push against Bjergsen. Even Godbro coming in, they killed him, and then just turned around like, hey, we still have Darien keeping that middle lane pushed out, and they weren't able to get a turret. Which is, if you're gonna do a play like that, you have to expect the Wolves to be in a position to really capitalize off it. But at least Wolves were able to pick up that bottom tier 1 turret.
Yeah, Bjergsen, yeah, he's going to be going back down into that bottom lane, which, you know, is all well and good, but Gambit are all pretty much on the top side of the map here. Deficio gonna be recalling after getting those wards down around Baron Pit. Edward with his little Lulu clearing them out there. Sticking some down on the top side there by the Tribush, probably around the back as well, as Twisted Fate Ultimate does come on. So they've got full vision right now, and this is one of the important parts of that Twisted Fate kit. You know, hit Destiny, you see that 3 of them are in base. It's Baron time.
And just as you said, they are going for it right now. We have the Wolves actually not going for it. I don't know, Deficio doesn't have any wards right there, and he's trying to stop them from doing this. He's going to put a ward down, but it might be a little too late. Svenskar might flash over and try to smite steal.
Well,
or not.
Or not. Yeah, a little bit late in the end, even if he did want to go for that one. Gambit will take that, and that gives them now 54, let's call it 55 to 48,000 gold leads. A solid one. Not, you know, the end of the world still for the Wolves. They've shown that they can still pick up kills and what have you, but now they're against the Baroned up Gambit Gaming. Diamond is still yet to die. Now he's got a Glacial Shroud, Locket, Aegis, Randuin's in there. He's got everything. He's not going to be dying anytime soon, I think.
And Gambit's been doing a great job of countering the split push strategy that Wolves typically like to do, especially with the Shen and with the Zed. So they have Alex to teleport down there to help, and then they have an insanely fast jungler with Hecarim to stop that as well. So you have those 2 people who can easily take him in a 2v1 situation, and then through that, they're able to push objectives, able to get dragons, able to get barons, and really capitalize on Bjergsen being dead.
So one thing that Gambit have not really been able to do is push out towards those inner turrets. We've not really seen much of that from them. They've been quite content to farm the lanes as they get pushed up towards that midway point on the map. They've had to deal with quite a bit of split pushing in the bottom and the top lane from the 2 ninjas in Shen and Zed. So now that's probably something that's going to be coming up next, along with gaining complete vision of the Wolves jungle.
See, I think that's due to Genja having to be forced into an early GA. So we have the Infinity Edge and a GA, didn't have anything else on top of that, and the rest of their kills are pretty much over to their tank jungler, their pretty tanky top lane, and Alex just sitting on 2 kills. So I think they wanted to get Genja just a little bit farm, get a Dancer at least complete it, and then they wanted to actually go for that push.
Well, now he's got it. It's Alex being beaten on here by Godbro. Gonna get the stun down, but will they be able to walk away? The rest of the team come in there. Darien actually getting caught by the roots, but Copenhagen Wolves very reluctant to actually go in on him until that point. There's the repel coming in. Shen ulti comes on towards Svenskar, and where's the taunt? There it is. They land it. Have they got the damage to kill him before the rest of the team comes around? There's these strangled thorns coming in. Darien is going to die. Well, here comes Diamond from the backside, straight in towards Tess. He gets taunted up, though. He's still alive. Pops a Randuin. Here comes Twisted Fate from the backside. The wild card's ripping through. Finally, the horse goes down, but now Alex may be in some trouble of his own. He gets taunted up. Stun card goes on Shen. Well, there is Cogmore from the backside. He's going to shut down Zed. Got the vision now as well there onto Godbro as he chases in for more. The stun, I'm not sure if we saw it because Edward is going to be trying to finish off the kill here on towards Deficio. He gets rooted but does pick up the kill. Another double from Lulu. We saw one yesterday as well. Genja is still chasing Godbro.
We talked about Edward and his Lulu earlier in the pregame, and he's 2-0 and 12 now at this point. Phenomenal Lulu plays. KDA must be skyrocketing right now. I think he might have passed Caddy Panda finally.
all that work there from Godbro, and he didn't even bother to dodge the Cogmore ultimates coming at him right at the end. I think he was just tired after that long run around pretty much the entire map. But that was an ace, albeit a bit of a delayed one, and that actually puts Gambit ahead in kills.
For the first time.
Yeah.
And it was a great job in general. Diamond, you saw how long he tanked the 5 members of the Wolves. He came in from the backside. He forced the test to flash away from him. And with that, Alex came in from the other side and just wild carded him, gold carded him, and he was dead. And then they were able to kite the rest of the team pretty well right there. And just, I mean, it was overall a really well-timed engage from Gambit. I'm not sure if it was meant to be, because Darian was a little bit overextended and got caught, but in the end it worked out for them picking up that ace.
Yeah, see Frozen Heart picked up there, by the way, and just after the death of Diamond.
As if he didn't have enough armor already. Now 364 at this point.
Well, it's Armored Horse, what should we say?
When it's against an all-AD team as well.
Exactly, so makes perfect sense. There's a Runic Bulwark finish while we're on the topic of the horse. He's just gone back again to pick that up. We've got the Phantom Dance there, Bloodthirst, Infinity Edge, Guardian Angel coming out for Cogmore. On the other side, Blade of the Ruin King, Bloodthirst, the Last Whisper Giant's Belt there for the test. So looking for that bit of extra survivability. And
they need more damage out of the test, but because Diamond Prox is so strong right now in terms of tankiness, he has to build a little bit more of a defensive build because he can't even survive against Diamond right now. Diamond just gets in his face, as well as any kind of wildcard hit him. Darren maybe just one attack and he will get killed right away. Doesn't really have Lulu there, which gives him that little bit of a pseudo tankiness. It's up to Deficio to protect him, but he's being forced in defensive build when they really need the damage, and now it's going to come up to Bjergsen to really pull off a big play.
Yeah, Deficio really needs to land roots. That's what it's going to come down to, is Alex actually taking a lot of damage there. Bjergsen not going full on all in. But you see that the Baron buff has actually run out, and with that, Gambit decide, okay, now it's time to push, now that we don't have that Baron buff on. Well, we see the bottom lane and the top lane are both beyond the halfway point. They've got inner turrets still to take, which kind of surprised me that they've not gone down that far. They want to get a bit of poke damage down onto the Wolves and let that wave in the top lane push through here before they go onto that inner turret.
And they do have a Kog'Maw, so if they want to siege a turret, they can do it very easily. They have really good protection for him with that gold card. You have a Lich Bane on Alex as well. It looks like they might switch up, go towards his top side, just as you're saying. A little bit weird for them to not take those down, but they will get it and extend their gold lead to over 11,000 at this point. And just looking at their gold totals, I mean, you have a 14,000 jungler to a 9,000 jungler. That just, the tankiness is just ridiculous how far away it is. And then you have Alex, who was able to keep a gold lead over Bjergsen, even though he died to him twice in lane.
Yeah, double Frozen Hearts now in the team for Gambit. That Runic Bulwark, Randuin's in there. There's a lot of tankiness for Diamond. He can probably stand under the 2 Nexus turrets for about 38 minutes here and tank them both up. That's how strong he is at this stage. And damage is not too bad either. So still try and siege up here on the stairs to that inhibitor turret. Alexic going to be split pushing this one off, and this could be dangerous. The fact that they take Deficio away from where the rest of them are going to be, I think could be a dangerous one, as we see the DFG use there on towards Bjergsen. Can they get in and finish him off? Not quite. Diamond going to be held back. There is the Cocoon landing onto Deficio, and they know that's a massive amount of crowd control out if they can get rid of him. Meanwhile, Genja just pushed straight on through onto that inhib turret and taking it out.
Yeah, that was a great bait by Alex right there. He just flashed away so Bjergsen couldn't get that ultimate off, and then Diamond, with how tanky he is, how fast he is, comes in from the side. We do see a team fight breaking out though.
Yeah, they're going in actually here. Svenskeren uses his ultimate to just disperse the entire team. Shen not quite getting his ultimate off here, as Diamond is going to go right in on towards Bjergsen. Godbro and Svenskeren both there, as Svenskeren tries to escape. Genja going very, very low. Guardian Angel will bring him back to life though here in just a second, as Svenskeren will finally go down. There's Alex using his Sonya's double kill coming out in the end for Elise, and now it's only Deficio. And I talked earlier about how crucial his roots could be in this final fight. Well, now he's got to be even more insanely good to stop this from happening. 5 men still alive here for Gambit. The first Nexus turret goes down. Second one is going to follow shortly afterwards. The Nexus after that will be focusing. And Gambit Gaming are going to stop this run of good form that the Copenhagen Wolves have put together and take them down.
And the big thing about this is, we talked in the picks and bans that Gambit let Zed get through. And we were a little bit curious why, but they had a plan for it. They ran a Kog'Maw who went for an early GA and went for an exhaust as well to stop him from being able to kill anyone on the other team.